we sit down and have a talk about graphics cards. Then we speak to an amazing PC builder. And finally, we have a discussion on the basics of gaming PCs with good old Taku. Graphics card is not a card. It's a chunky, beefy boy, like this one. GeoForce RTX 3070 from NVIDIA. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, literally, let's look at what actually makes a graphics card tick. So you might be familiar with a systems unit, like the one behind me right now. So what a systems unit is to a PC, that's what a graphics card is to your gaming experience. A graphics card has VRAM, that stands for video RAM, and it's got its own GPU, so that's its chip. Whereas you have a CPU in a systems unit, the graphics card, that whole chunk, has got its own processor called the GPU. And a GPU is a very versatile and intriguing piece of technology. I've seen so many advanced gaming rigs on YouTube, and I always wondered, will these ever get to Zimbabwe? Well, for you we've got a treat. A professional gaming PC builder, and he's made some epic rigs, including one called the Krypton Reaper. Gamers, get ready.
My name is Davazgo Chiremba, aka Mr. PC Builder. I build gaming PCs for gaming, rendering, video editing, all sort of production works that require heavy powerful machines. PC building, yeah, at first it started as a hobby. Yeah, I built my first machine way back then. Before these Core I's, there used to be Intel Pentiums back then, Intel Pentium 1, Pentium 2. So I built my first machine, and I was so fascinated by the process. So when I built my first machine, a colleague of mine got to see the machine and he was so fascinated also by the machine. Then he asked me to build him his machine also, and I built him the machine. Then, back then computers were not like this day that everyone owns a PC or a laptop. You'll be maybe two people in the whole neighborhood with a computer. So when I built his machine, word got out that there's some guy out there who's building machines. And people started inquiring about building machines, and it was fun. But the fun, I turned it into business.
I'm with Taku, and he's in love. Taku, how's your girlfriend doing?
She's doing okay. Well, yeah, I had to remove some parts in here and just put them back a little bit. They had to be cleaned.
Had to be cleaned. Yeah, you're taking good care of your girlfriend, huh?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Try to use a blow dryer to clean some of the hard.
A blow dryer. Well, I prefer using a fan. I always make sure she's cool in summer. I've got a very good liquid cooling system.
You need an air conditioning in that room.
Air conditioning too. All right, yeah, I think I will get air conditioning, but she's been rather slow lately. I think I would like to, bump up her specs, maybe get a, 16 more gigabytes of RAM, perhaps.
That would be a good start, actually. If I'm not bragging, mine does work on a bit of a 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Ooh, that's smooth though.
That's
smooth though.
That definitely.
And
is.
how are those eyes? How are those eyes though?
I have 3 screens. I'm looking into investing into the 4th one, which is 27-inch.
Wow.
Costly though.
Costly.
Well,
I can believe that we're not talking about girlfriends, we're talking about gaming PCs. So yes, we got you on that one. We're still talking gaming PCs, and who better than Taku, who actually built his own from scratch in his house. No fancy chips or CPUs or anything of the sorts. How did you build yours?
All right, Wally. I think to start, when you're building your gaming PC, or rather when I built mine, it depends really with your budget how you want to go about it. I started really low off. I started with really low-end machine.
There's the rub.
And then I had to keep on upgrading constantly. It was a whole work.
Konapo Konapo, Ipapo Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.